Hi everyone, once again you are welcome to my marriage committee. I am Pastor Joel Eniafe Williams, simply known as Pastor Ju. Going forward again today for the marriage committee questions and answers. Today we are going to be having the next question, which says, what does the MC expect from me as a prospective bachelor or spinster going into marriage? We treated this question the other time, but we couldn't finish it, so we are going to the second part today. As a prospective bachelor or spinster going into marriage, the MC is expected that you must have prayed through to know the will of God in marriage, and you must have gone to your pastor. It's your pastor that is going to direct you to the marriage committee. When you get to the marriage committee, the MC, otherwise known as the marriage committee, will not ask you to go and see the person concerned, especially the sister. Mostly it is expected that it's the brother that takes the sister's name to the MC. And on many occasions, the sister also could go to the MC. And when you get to the MC as a first timer, you are going to obtain their form, registration form, free of charge, where they are going to get your details, and they will get you interviewed and give you a letter to the medical facility where you are going to do your medical test, and you will be the one that will pay for it, of course. After the medical test, you are going to wait for some times for the MC to carry out their investigations. Part of the investigations that the MC will carry out is to call the sister in question, ask her one or two questions about her plans towards marriage. Perhaps maybe she's engaged and the MC is not aware, or her immediate pastor is not aware what her plans are. It's possible that she's in school or she's learning a trade and about to graduate. It's possible that she was having marital issues somewhere and then she has to relocate to another town for a period of time to enhance peace. Nobody knows. So every intimate part of her life that needed to be known will be questioned by the marriage committee to be able to juxtapose her testimony with her lifestyle and her own testimony. If it happens that she's also planning to get married, and fortunate enough for you as a brother who took her name to the marriage committee, if God has spoken to her too, and she got the marriage committee to know that it is the same brother who brought her name that God has revealed to her, she will be told to go to the medical facility as well. The medical facility is in collaboration with the marriage committee to do medical tests for every prospective bachelor and spinster intending to marry. So the two results of your medical test will come to the table of the marriage committee, and the two results will be put side by side to find out whether the two of you are medically compatible. If you are medically compatible, then the marriage committee could send for you, or they will have given you a date, or possibly through your pastor they will re-invite you to possibly go ahead. But while you were waiting for the test to be conducted and the results sent to the marriage committee and the sister as well, the marriage committee, on basis of the interview granted to the sister, will have told her that somebody is coming, and go and pray and give attention to the brother, and whatever the result is, pray about it and give him feedback in a good time. And so the marriage committee stands a neutral ground to influence the sister's decision or the brother's decision. They don't have the right to tell her what to do or what not to do, irrespective of whom she is. So after the tests done and then the results were juxtaposed and found out that you are compatible, the go-ahead will be given to the brother to go and make marriage proposal. But where you are not compatible, the brother will be advised that based on certain issues about the medical results of the two of you, you are not compatible, and they will advise you to withdraw from that. And if it happens that the sister is engaged, or that she's not available for marriage for one reason or reasons or the other, the brother too will still be advised that, bro, please go and pray more. The sister whose name you brought is engaged, and if you know that you are certain that God has spoken to you, keep praying and waiting until further notice. So that is that about what the marriage committee expects from you as a bachelor or spinster intending to get married. So after your proposal to her, you also have to give her time. And when you make your proposal, you are not going to be impressing her with your testimonies. Simply, you will be counseled that just tell her, Sister XYZ, I've prayed and I felt God is leading me to you in marriage. Could you please pray about this and let me know what your situations are, what your convictions are. So that is that on that question. We pick another question now. The second question we have for today is, why must I pass through the MC before I get married in the church? I think we have handled that question before, but in case you didn't come across that video, I will just briefly mention it. Why must I pass through the MC before I get married in the church? The reason why you have to pass through the MC, if you remember the definition we gave to marriage committee, they have experiences, they can help you, their fathers and mothers, and then all the sisters that you see in the church. I want you to know at this point in time, as well as the brothers that you see in the church is like a clinic. The church is like an hospital. Every patient that goes to the hospital does not respond to it is not every patient that goes to the hospital that responds to treatment. Some are there for diagnosis, some are going to be referred, and some will end up in the mortuary because they didn't recover from their ailment. So the same thing in the church. It's not everyone that comes to the church that is a child of God. It's not everyone that comes to the church that agrees with what the Bible says or what the pastor teaches or preaches. It's not everyone that comes to the church that is a kingdom citizen. But the pastors, as they know their flock members. In the flock, we have goats, we have sheep, we have wolves in sheep's clothing. So if you feel that you don't need the MC before you get married, and then you fall into the wrong hand, who will bear the brunt? Are you going to be blaming the pastor? Are you going to be blaming God? Are you going to be blaming the leadership of the church? That is why the church put in place the marriage committee, so as to be able to help you, to guide you, and possibly tell you whether that person is marriageable or not marriageable. The third question we are going to be treating today, before we round off, is, will the MC still allow me to go ahead with my partner if I propose to her before coming to the MC? Will the MC still allow me to go ahead with my partner if I've made proposal, marital proposal, before coming to the MC? Of course, the marriage committee might not like it if you make a proposal before coming to the marriage committee, because it is more or less telling the marriage committee that you don't need their assistance. You will have nearly finished everything, and where do you think the marriage committee is going to start from? But if after you have made your proposal, you still go to the marriage committee, you are welcome. The marriage committee will still attend to you, but they will not like it that you have spoken with her, you have not allowed them to do their investigations. And the result you may get after your medical test, after investigations must have been made, if it happens that your blood or genotype, your resource situation, your sickling test is positive, it might be very, very difficult for the marriage committee to help you out because the two of you, you're already in the know. But in that kind of situation, it's still manageable. The marriage committee will still be able to help you. We continue at another time on our questions and answers. And if you feel that you have questions that you want to personally post to me, that you want me to handle on this platform, my marriage committee, I will be delighted to have your questions. You may contact me on the YouTube channel, or you get the message or the question across to me on WhatsApp. My number remains 080 374 54119. I remain Pastor Joel Enafe Williams. Kindly share, subscribe, and like our page. Thank you very much. Remain blessed and rapturable.